Hey guys, and welcome to another Wing Talk with Fallen Angel. I'm going to give a few minutes to see if anybody wants to come in. Okay. I better go share this out. This is one of the first things I should be doing. Hey Victorian Witch, how are you doing? Trying to share this out real quick. See if I can get some more people in here. Be just a second. Hi Melanie, how you doing? I've had a we're just gonna take a break for today, but I kind of felt like I should just go ahead and do this Wing Talk. Computer's trying to be slow on me. So if I start lagging, just let me know. Mm-hmm. Keep forgetting about. Hey, Chief. Hi, Jennifer. Yeah, Chief had done a live stream earlier, and I was in there for a few minutes, and I don't know what happened to my computer. So at any given time, my quit. That's part of my technology stuff going on. So I'm trying to learn to do this sharing for both, not only on Twitter, but on Facebook as well on my page. So everybody gets a chance to see it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why my computer is slow. Hi, Anna. Yeah, I don't know why my computer is kind of slow. It's been that way today, and I was afraid that it's going to mess up when I go live. So Okie dokie. Yeah, I went ahead and shared it on my Facebook page and Twitter. Maybe somebody will get more people in here. Maybe some more people will see it. And if not, it's okay. Not everybody has to like my opinion anyway or want to listen to it. And so, what is everybody up to today? Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that, Victorian Witch. I'm not used to putting the Canadian in there. So when I get tongue tied, I try to shorten it. Don't want to butcher everybody's name. Hey, Redneck Connection. Hey, Rachel. Giving some people some time to come on in. Hadn't missed anything yet, Redneck. I'm doing a wing talk, and this is going to be just me today. So this is going to be a little interesting. So yeah, I just started, so you actually come in pretty quickly. I was surprised. I'm so glad everybody is here. Call you Vic. Okay. I will definitely do that. A lot easier for me to say for sure. Hey, snobby scrap picker. To me, it's just been one of them days. I had a headache earlier, and I wasn't really sure if I should go live or I should just wait until tomorrow, let myself rest up a little bit. I'd done a 7-hour live stream yesterday. Well, last night about this time, and it turned out pretty good. Turned out really good. Couldn't believe I went on for 7 hours. Usually by about hour 4 or 5, I'm usually done. But I like doing longer streams. Not the only reason being is you catch people when they're not at their busiest and they're able to jump on and able to jump in panel or chat and really be able to talk. So sometimes longer streams for me, might be a better option. Wing talks are always going to be 30 minutes to an hour. So it gives everybody a chance to be able to watch it and have hopefully be somewhat entertained. Hey, country coyote girl. But yeah, it's just been one of them days, and I'm not sure if it's from me stressing, but I did get a headache today. Okay. Hold on just a second. Okay. Sorry about that. That's fine, Nancy. You take care of what you got to take care of. But I guess I will move right along to the title of today's Wing Talk. Um, One thing I've started noticing more and more on YouTube and social media as a whole, people get jealous of each other very easily. Like everything is a competition between everybody else. And it's getting to the point where it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, there is one thing about having a friendly competition to race to the 1K or whatever K that you are trying to accomplish. It's one thing to have a friendly competition. It's something totally different when you go and one channel blatantly attacks another channel, or they do stuff to sabotage the other channel. To me, that's not right. To me, that's like you're showing character that you shouldn't be showing. It's like you're showing the worst side of you when you throw that jealousy up in the mix of what this whole friendly competition or whatever it is that it may have been. It gets to the point where, as a viewer of these channels, seeing all these attacks on each channel or showing the jealousy side rather than showing your the friendly competition type of deal, it shows your character on your channel. And it shows, as a viewer, it shows, it gives me a second thought. Like, really, should I really want to watch somebody who is bashing this other channel? And I might love both of their content. But when they start and it sometimes keeps on, I really have a problem with it. It's like saying to me that your content is becoming based on the jealousy, the anger, and trashing other channels. And if I am going to grow my channel, do I really want to be associated with watching your channel? It makes me not want to watch your channel. Even if you have the greatest content in the world, what you choose to put on your channel will affect how other viewers see you. It will affect how people see you as a person on here, and it will affect how others are, are you genuine or are you just after drama? Yeah, even larger channels, it gets that way. I mean, there's that friendly banter. I'm just playing around. We're just joking, And then there's that stance of, I really hate this channel. I hate what they're doing, and it's only because of this, this, and this. And it may be stuff that is outside of YouTube. Maybe it's something that they said personally to each other that got that whole battle. I call it a battle because sometimes there is retaliation videos or live streams because of something that somebody started. It's not right. And in actuality, instead of being jealous of other people, there are a lot of people on YouTube that should be looking and paying attention more to their content rather than thinking they should be jealous of somebody else. Because if you're jealous, that means you're not taking the time and effort to put that energy towards good use for your channel to make it grow, to do the networking, to do make connections, make real connections with other channels, and help yourself and them grow too. And that's kind of what I've found is the best thing. Yes, supposed to bring everybody up, not bring them down. And there's a lot of people that are more about bringing people down, bringing the drama into everybody's life. And there's a lot of people that's got more drama than a soap opera on TV on the afternoon channels. Seriously. And it makes me wonder sometimes if they're trying to take the same approach. And within the last few years, have you started noticing soap operas have been disappearing? They have ended soap operas. And don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You know, that's a whole story in itself. But you don't want to make your channel into a soap opera about real life stuff. I mean, seriously. Viewers want to be more happy, entertained. They don't want to be drugged down and feeling bad because the host of the channel is not doing things that are actually entertaining. It's jealousy needs to stop somewhere, and it needs to start being that energy needs to start being put into their channels. Seriously. And as far as the whole YouTube being jealous of each other with the numbers comes into play, you should be taking a look at what you can do to make yourself better on your channel. Is there things that you may need to tweak? Is there things that maybe you need to, think about maybe doing another new series? How are you going to do that? And what's the steps to get started on it? And a lot of people just think it's okay to start drama. And as a viewer, I don't necessarily like drama, because then I'm put in the middle and I have to, sometimes I feel like I am made to pick one side or the other. And there are people that are like, you can do whatever you want to, it's all right. It should be about helping others, seriously. It should be more about helping each other out and being a community. If you're having struggles and you're having hardship, I mean, don't drag it through a lot of live streams. Maybe DM some of the people that you are in contact with through social media. Just private message them. Talk about it with them privately instead of throwing it into a stream, because it does throw some hosts off. And it gets to the point where too much of it can overwhelm viewers where they don't want to come back. And if you're in a position where you want to build a stable foundation on your channel, you really don't want to run the people that are in your channel as your viewers, the people that want to watch you, off. So just keep that in mind. I mean, like I said, friendly banter, friendly competition is okay. It's totally fine. It's actually hilarious to see some of the banter between two channels and the competition that they may have. But it's, viewers can tell when it's actually become one of those type of drama videos or streams. It's not cool. Not cool at all. And then I'm going to roll on to lessons learned. I'm going to explain a little bit about myself. Personally, I have, I have sometimes a lot of issues being able to trust people. And it is because of my past, and some of it is things that have happened even more recently. And no matter what you say or do, to certain people, I take a promise that somebody tells me as their word that they are going to go through with it. And if that promise is broken, all my trust in you or that person is gone. It makes me not want to be around you. It makes me not want to even think about talking to you because there's that trust is completely gone. There are some people within my whole lifetime that over and over will promise me different things, like they would promise me that they would help me out on certain kinds of different issues that I've had. Maybe helping me, go find a job, go do this or go do that. Maybe take a day for just me and that person just to spend time with each other, be a friend. And then it would turn into a waiting game. I would sit there for hours waiting on this person to show up, or I get a call and, oh, something's come up, which is fine. Life happens. But in the same sense, when you reschedule that and then you make another promise that you're going to keep it and it doesn't happen, seriously, it kind of looks, and it's not just me. There's other people that have the same problems. It's like, really, to me, it sucks bad because I may be the only person they do it to, or there may be dozens of people they do it to. But then the promises that should have been kept, being promised something is very important to me. And then when you get to the point of, okay, or they call you up and be like, I promise you, we're going to do this, that, and the other, call me up one day and say that. You know what? I'm going to be like, I don't trust your word, but I'm going to say okay anyway, just to see if you're actually really going to do it. That's how I get. I don't trust. Once that trust is gone, I don't believe a word you say. I don't believe that things are actually going to happen. And if they do happen, I'm kind of like, whoa, maybe this person's changed a little bit. But really, if you make a promise, do your best to keep it, or at least make contact with the person you promised them something, or to help them out, or anything like that. Go through with it, or tell them, hey, there is things that have changed here. And I understand there's situations that happen. Just because I live in a house and I'm stuck doesn't mean I've not lived outside of this house. I've worked hard. I've worked 24/7 for almost 10 years in healthcare. I've worked really, really hard. I've been out and about. I have not just been stuck here my whole life. I understand that everybody has things to do. I understand that people have lives. And it bothers me when people think that I don't understand. And it makes me mad. And people take advantage of the word, I promise you. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't trust people, is they promise so many things that they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Oh, let's plan on doing this, and I promise you this is going to happen. Where's the proof? You don't even, there's people that don't even say anything, and they just up and change plans without thinking about the people that they've promised things to. And it gets to the point where even if I'm one that doesn't trust, I don't say anything to people out of respect for everybody. Just because they might not take their word, and promise this, that, and the other and follow through with it on my end doesn't mean that they're not doing it for somebody else. Now, if there is if there's a conversation that comes up about, oh, let's talk about this, maybe that we can do this. Instead of saying, I promise you we're going to try to do this, we're going to fix this. It's the way you word things. And your promise should be your word. You should do everything you can within your power to fulfill that promise, or at least communicate, hey, there is reasons, but I'm not able to do this, and I'm really sorry. That's one of the hardest things I ever say is, I'm sorry. And it gets to the point where, I want to be antisocial because there is just so many people will say they promise to do something, and either their circumstances or their life situation changes, or, oh, something just come up. They broke the promise, and they leave me in the dust. And that really sucks. But yeah, straight to the point. Jealousy, really needs to stay. Needs to stay out of YouTube, really. People need to start thinking about how to make things better with their channels rather than actually throwing shade at each other over silly things. And also, if you do make a promise, I'm just asking people, urging people, please think about it. Making a promise to somebody is you keeping your word that you're going to do something with them, for them, helping them out, whatever it may be, whatever that promise is. Even if it's something that they they don't like about you, and you're like, I promise I'm going to do what I can to change. And you break that promise, there goes that trust out the door. And if you really value somebody as a friend, I'm kind of like one of them people that if you value me as a friend, you're going to keep your promises. And if you don't want to keep your promises, you better tell me right now. So that way I can at least be ahead of the game and not get my feelings hurt or lose that trust in me. So that was Wing Talk. Let's go to the chat and see what everybody's talking about. Okay. Goodbye, Susan. I hope you have a good night. Hey, Animated Adventures. And Redneck, I agree. Sometimes it is easier to be a loner, but in a lot of instances, being alone is really, really tough to do. Especially if you end up being in a life situation where you feel like you do have to rely on somebody. And I agree with Jennifer, telling other people, well, we'll see about doing that, but, I really can't guarantee that it's really going to happen. I understand that. Excuse me. Hey, Country Girl 29. And Yeah, healthcare is really hard. I was a caregiver for disabled adults for 10 years. And a lot of the time the only people I had contact with was my coworkers and my boss. None of my friends would come see me. And the one friends I did have, I mean, would talk to me through social media. So it kind of made me a little bit of a shut in there too. But I was able to be out and about. I could go to my sisters if I really wanted to, have to schedule it and whatnot. But yeah, healthcare is really hard. And because I'm out of it now, I probably will not go back into it because it is so hard. Yeah, people do tend, Jennifer's right, people take advantage, and it's really hard to distinguish when somebody's gonna be truthful and promising and will follow that. And when once the trust is broken, I mean, it's really really hard to get it back, if that there is a way to get it back. Who knows? Good to see you back, Redneck Connection. I just, it's just one of them things, and I've seen it, and it's almost like a big snowball effect. And I'm trying to put myself in a position where I don't want to be a part of drama. Trust is earned, Victorian, but I've also come to, I especially used to do this, and I know a couple people that do. Um, they, you know, as far as trusting, I will trust people until you give me a reason not to. And when you give me a reason not to, I keep you as far away from me as I possibly can. I'm gonna still be friendly. Don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna be friendly. I'm still gonna be my true self. But I'm kind of, one of them that is hesitant to trust them again with anything. And promising something is a real big, can be a real big issue. And I've been told that all my life. Oh, I promise you this, that. And it never happens. At least with those people. There are some people that have promised things and they've actually gone through with it. And I'm the top. I will bend over backwards to make sure if I'm able to, fulfill that promise I gave you, I'm going to do it. And I'm like that, Redneck Connection. I trust until you do me wrong. Just give me a reason not to trust you, and yeah, there you go. Outside of my inner circle. And Jennifer says, I don't like being a person who hurts people. That's why I'm a realist. Some people don't like it, but I can't be someone I'm not. Whether be honest than lie and hurt someone. Yeah, to me, even though the truth may hurt, and at least that person took the time to be honest and not lie to me or withhold the actual truth. People say, call it lying by omission, meaning you don't tell the truth, like you don't add part of the truth in, so in the way that you lied. There are people that will say that. Sometimes that can be true. It just depends on the situation. But I would rather be as honest as I can be, of myself, and show my true self, ins, outs, good, bad, whatever. Rather than trying to put on a front for other people. Don't want just a customer smile, as they say in Walmart. Just be happy, smile all the time, when I really want to just scream at everybody. I mean, it's really hard for me to try to lie. And I always, if I was to ever try to lie, I always end up getting caught in the end. So why bother spending the energy trying to lie or not be truthful? And then on top of that, the people that are dealing with me trying to lie lose my trust anyway, no matter what I do. So yeah, it's always a good thing to be honest. And with me, sometimes I'm not gonna smile. I'm gonna be somewhat happy, but I try my best to be happy in the situations that I'm given. But a lot of times it gets really hard when you just want to go out and do something, do anything, and you're not really able to. Transportation's not there to get back and forth to where you want to go, and it's just aggravating, and it gets depressing, seriously. And it's hard for me to reach out to other people because I have such a hard time trusting that there are people that are willing to, be there, because I'm so used to it. Redneck, I like the way you're thinking. Whoop. Smile. It makes people wonder what you're up to. Yeah, I definitely will. I might do that. If somebody starts doing something that I really don't like, I might just make one of those sinister smiles. Might scare them, though. I don't really want to chase them off either. But I think I'm going to wrap it up. Hey, Terry C. It's good to see you. But I think I am going to wrap this up. Jennifer, if I smile, my husband will probably run. I've done that before in the past with an ex-boyfriend. We'd start getting an argument. I get real quiet, and I have my back turned to him. And I turn around and I give him a big old smile. And he's like, "What did I just do?" Yeah. He would run. It's good to see you, Terry. And I hope you have a good night. But things that are coming up for me, I do have footage filmed. I'm working on editing right now, and there are some things that I'm going to be working on in my YouTube channel. You will start seeing differences in my channel, some artwork. It's going to be put up, some thumbnails and whatnot. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the thumbnails as much as I enjoy putting everything together. And I am going to be editing a few videos. And I'm going to do probably another live stream and maybe another wing talk sometime this week. It's going to be really interesting. I've got several topics I've got on the back burner. I'm waiting to to use for the right time. And it's going to be, I'm hoping that'll end up being fun. And, well, like I said, I'll probably do one more live stream. Yes, the replay is not that long. And one thing that I've noticed on social media, and I put up a poll and asked people, would they want me to do a chill live stream, or AKA my Midnight Madness stream, or doing a wing talk? Well, people don't understand. It's kind of hard to explain, but wing talk is more of a talk show than it really is a live stream. I'd rather sometimes do this live. It's easier on me and my internet and my computer, and it's right off the top of my head, whereas I would have to edit the film, get the video down to where I'm able to upload it to the computer. And so a lot of times I would rather do a live stream because it's more interaction with you guys. But it is more of a talk show. And then if I done that with my chill live stream, there's going to be a lot of people that look at the times, because my live streams have gotten longer. Like I've said in the beginning, it's 5 to 7. Sometimes I think that was the longest I've had was 7 hours. And people are like, 7 hours of watching this, just everybody talking different topics. I ain't got that kind of time to watch all this. I would rather make this a little bit more short and sweet. Plus, if I was to put people on panel and I'm voicing my opinion, I want to be able to focus as much as I can on speaking my opinion, so that way I can get it out there without feeling like my opinion might not fit right now. I like being able to voice my opinion, but there's always a way to do it in a right way. No, not the wrong way. You don't want to throw your opinion out there when somebody else is on somebody else's channel in certain ways. There are ways of doing it where it's effective, and there's ways that it's not effective, and then people get mad at you. That is exactly why Wing Talk needs to be separated from streaming. The chill streams, the Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness, you could talk about anything and everything, and I could kind of throw my opinion in there in the mix, but it's other people on panel, and we talk about different topics. It does not matter what it is. And in Wing Talk, it's more of, I want to speak my opinion on certain topics that are going around that I've noticed on YouTube or Twitter and whatnot. And I know people do a lot of opinion type pieces, but they never really met me and how I can be when it comes to talk about my opinion. Sometimes I really do get irate and go overboard, and y'all might end up seeing it. It just depends on what kind of topic I can get a hold of. But this is Wing Talk with Fallen Angel. I am going to let you guys go. And just remember, you never know what's out there until you spread your wings and fly. Fallen Angel out. Take care.